Hello all, my name is Gabriel. As you know, I talk about some things on YouTube sometimes, retro games and whatnot. This particular one is called Earthbound. And I love Earthbound. It's one of my favorite RPGs of all time, of course. But I'm also here to talk about my comics, KitsunePublications.com. KitsunePublications.com is where I make my comics. I have the Werewolf of Sultan and Gabriel and Inari up right now, which is really nice, actually. Mint is my favorite flavor. Anyway, the comics can be seen at KitsunePublications.com. The Werewolf of Sultan is a horror comic. Gabriel Inari, just some comic I make for fun. Now, the stories, The Werewolf of Sultan, well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but they're fun. Also, if you like them, there's a donation button on the webpage to help support the comics, of course. Making your own webcomics is fantastic, and been a great experience for me, actually. Now, one of the other fun things is I plan on making some animated videos, which I've been saving money for a while, most of which will be based on the Werewolf of Sultan. We have some good storylines planned out, and some things working out for that, of course. That's going to be a lot of fun, actually. And I have some other animated videos in the works. I also have a comic in the works that I was working on when I was in high school. That was a long time ago now. But it was a fun comic then, and I think it'll be fun now. A lot of fun things going on with all that. I will update you guys, of course. As always. I'll also do some more reviews, of course. Art books, which is mostly what I do. Having some trouble with my controller here. Now, lost my train of thought. Comics are wonderful. I'm also going to do some more comic book mystery box openings, get some better equipment, and make some new videos with that better equipment, and also update some older videos that I've had laying around. Because I looked at my YouTube videos from a long time ago, and I was really bad at it. And I'm still really bad at it, just not as bad as I was then. Like, talking about the Bubbles game from the arcade, which is really old. Arcades were great, actually. Not a lot of kids would remember them today. Name the dog Ariel. Now, Ariel was my dog that passed away several years ago now. Probably 7 years ago. And I loved my dog. She was a pit bull. And she also would go on walks with my cat. Loved my cat too. One of my comics I'm gonna be working on is actually based on one of my cats. But it's probably not the kind of comic you would expect it to be. And probably won't have the storyline that you think it will be. Now, what else was there? Oh, yes. I have some other fun RPGs that I'm going to review on this channel. I mostly made this for my nephews, actually. But, turns out, hitting like and subscribe and all that good stuff also helps support the webcomics I'm working on. I'm hoping to get a team of animators and get a whole lot of other things done. And I hope you're enjoying watching the opening of Earthbound. While I talk about my comics and things going on with my business and whatnot, I will be filming myself playing Earthbound for a while. Earthbound is one of my favorite games, as I said before. Now, another fun thing about this is that games like this, the best part of some of these games, which started with Squaresoft, of course, is that you got to name your own characters, which was really unique for me, and I really liked that. They don't do that as much anymore. Equip my bat before I forget. Now, as I miss my guess, there's my mom. Well, my video game mom in this case. And she's probably going to tell me to go get dressed so I can go outside and take my dog with me. Another fun thing about this is the ATM. My internet right now is really bad, but when I get full internet back, I'll start doing my retro Twitch streams again. Let me see. Oh yeah, I guess the dog doesn't come with me yet. I have to go walk up to the meteor. All the police are out. You can talk to them, but they don't say anything interesting. They tell me to go home and go to bed, I think. That little cave down there is actually going to be where one of the first boss battles in this game is, actually. By the way, Moga controllers are really great if you're playing games on a cell phone, by the way. Anyway. You might see my cat get in the way here. My cats love to be invested in anything I do. Anyway, moving on. I look forward to making more webcomics. I actually have a page made for Gabriel and Inari. There are now 10 pages for that comic book that will be up on the website, actually. And I have an artist credits page, by the way. The art, of course, is not made by me. The majority of the art on my page is made by my good friend from the Philippines, and his name is Cleophas. He's a really cool guy, actually. I met him on DeviantArt. I've looked for artists in other places, and I would recommend looking on DeviantArt if you're hiring an artist, particularly to make comics, because the artists on DeviantArt are really good at what they do. They've been really nice to me, and I've had good relationships with artists on there, work-wise, of course. So, that would be good. Also, making your own webcomic. Mine currently is being hosted on GoDaddy.com, or using the GoDaddy website maker, because it's really simple and easy to do, and they copyright everything for you. So that's really good. And the other good reason for that is that if you make your own website and you do that, what happens is that you own the copyrights to everything that you create. Now, one thing that needs to be said is that there's work for hire. So, oftentimes, if you present an idea to a company, you always want to copyright it first. The reason for that is so that your ideas can't be stolen from you. And trust me, most companies out there will steal your ideas, if they can. They'll alter it slightly, make it look similar, and change everything, so be careful about that. The other thing is, when you make your own webpage and do your own webcomics, as I said, you own everything. So, if somebody, like a big company or whatever, wants what you have, then they have to make a deal for it with you, and you own everything, so they have to pay you for it. Generally, they'll just buy it outright, or they will give you the option to license it through them, and they will pay you, what's the term I'm looking for? Royalty fees. Which is actually really good, because it's better to have stable, steady income as opposed to just one big lump sum all at once. Another good thing about making your own things is that if you get a large fan base and it starts to make millions of dollars, that money belongs to you. The problem with working for another company is that they can make millions of dollars off your ideas. And you would get very little. You might get paid a salary or something like that, but nothing compared to what they would a company would rake in off of your creations. That's not to say companies are bad. It's just that they don't pay you enough, honestly. So anyway, that's all the time I have for today, of course. Thanks for listening, and have a good day, guys.